Puff Daddy can win this case. He need a lawyer. He need a good lawyer to represent him. Puff Daddy need a good lawyer. Because none of them is perfect. None of us is perfect. You get domestic violence in your house all the time. You never see it. Man cheating on the wife. All that happened. Even the president cheat on his wife. You have domestic violence all the time. So when you're talking about what Puff Daddy did to his girlfriend, that happened in the house all the time. It just never been recorded. And Puff Daddy could win this case. I'm on the case now. I'm analyzing it. Puff Daddy could win, P Daddy could win this case. Because if you're talking about racketeer or prostitution, encourage people in prostitutions and all these things, he never put no guns in nobody's head and tell him you should be a prostitute. Prostitute is one of the oldest things that in man civilization. He never create prostitution. Puff Daddy never create prostitution. He never invented it. And he never forced anybody and put guns in their head and tell them you should be a prostitute. They wanted to be a prostitute because they wanted to be a prostitute. Or whatever they want to do, they wanted to be a part of him. He could not force it, he could not make people come on. When you're in a gang, you join the gang. So if you're gonna charge Puff Daddy, you're supposed to charge everybody that's around him that joined the gang. Yeah, it's just like joining a gang. If you're gonna charge P Daddy, you got to charge everybody. Look at Trump. How many? And you don't want to give him bail. What's about Trump? Trump is not above the law, has he? He's been convicted for a lot of crime, and he's running on this, and he's running to be president. Why he's not in jail? And why he's got bail and Puff Daddy hasn't got no bail? This is really, this is not. This is very dangerous. In a country like that, it's very, very dangerous country to live. One of the most dangerous country to live in a country like that. Puff Daddy never invade the capital. He didn't invade the capital and mashing up democracy. That's one of the that crime is people get killed for that. Sedition. Try to overthrow a government. Puff Daddy has never done that. I'm just on the case and analyzing the case and to see what's happening. Don't label me a menace. So to me that the case against what I analyze and what I'm hearing, there's no case against Puff Daddy. His case is not federal case. It's not. If a man want to have party in his house, whatever he want to do, that's his business. If a man wants to have party in his house, invite people to come in his party, you join his party. He never force you to do anything. I don't think Puff Daddy force anybody to do anything. They do it because they wanted to do it. But being is a rich guy, and he done very good for music as well. Let's look at the positive side of him. What he's done for music. Look, just, okay? So, he's talented. And that's why they don't want to see a black man so talented. Have a media like Revolt. Yeah, Revolt was his company. He's in his drink. He's very clever. It's just like when they bombed Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street was bombed. They don't want to see the brother advance it. I'm not saying that he's perfect. I'm not saying that. But we must look on the positive things that he did. Don't look on the negative. Look at the positive things that he did. It's just like they look at the negative things that you do. They never look at the good things that you do in life. You know? So, Puff Daddy case, Puff Daddy could win that case. He needs to have a good lawyer. He needs a lawyer to represent him or represent himself. Because the way I analyze it, there's no case against Puff Daddy. Yeah? If you're talking about racketeer, everybody that's involved with Puff Daddy wanted to be with him. Anybody that was with Puff Daddy, they wanted to be with him. They wanted to go in his party, and they know that they know what they was taking. He never forced anybody to take fucking drugs and put gun in the head. He never did that. I'm sure he never did that. So all the people going to his party, they like the party. Yeah? They like it. But now they think that he's a billionaire, he's got money. They want to get his money. We are living in a capitalist system. They want his money. That's what they want, Puff Daddy money. Adrien, based on the case, with the vengeance to liberate. I'm going to put this video up. They after Puff Daddy money. But he can win the case because there's no case against him. They haven't got no case against Puff Daddy. They haven't. So what he needs to do, he needs to get a lawyer. A lawyer that the people that they reckon that he was trafficking, he wasn't trafficking anybody because the people wanted to be with him. They joined his bumbleclad, they joined the gang. They joined the gang. That's what they did. They joined the gang. It takes two to tangle. It takes two. Puff Daddy could not run what is running by himself. You cannot run a business just by yourself. People know what they get into. They're getting paid. And they want the money. If somebody invite you if somebody invite you to rob a bank with them, if somebody invite you to come and do a robbery, you do the robbery with him. You involved in the robbery. But you must, if you involved in the robbery, everybody that's involved in that robbery is supposed to be indicted. You can't let some of them go and everybody that's involved in that robbery is supposed to go to jail. Why are you doing a deal with some people and you let them go and all of them is involved in the robbery? That's Puff Daddy's case. If you're gonna charge me, yeah, if you're gonna charge me for the robbery, what about my friends that was in the robbery with me? So the friends that was in the robbery with him is the one that I think is gonna talk against him. They have nothing against him. It's his friend, his informers that will tell them what he did. But how can you trust them? They want to save the skin. So they're going to say anything about Puff Daddy to get free, so to get away with what they did. They're not going to tell the truth. And this is the case. This is the case because you got to have the right jury. And you got to make sure that the jury is going to be the right jury, because you can't have any jury on that case. Because that case already, the way they present the case, that is already loose according to the media. According to the media, according to what I'm hearing, Puff Daddy has already been convicted without the court. Because he's a high profile, very successful, one of our best businessmen that ever come on the planet. Bad Boy Records. Yeah, you must give him that credit. Like I said, he had domestic violence against his girlfriend. Everybody do that in the house. Everybody have domestic violence against the wife and the girlfriend. What Puff Daddy did in that hotel, all of them do it all the time. But you don't see it. I'm not saying it's right what he did. But what I'm saying that you have things what they call domestic violence. So you can't charge him. The charge is not about domestic, what he did with Cassie. That's not the charge. I think it's racketeer of, things like that. So, prostitution or things like that, I heard. But if that's the case, you can't force people to be a prostitute. If you're a prostitute, you're a prostitute. You've always been a prostitute. Puff Daddy never invented prostitution. He didn't. Somebody come and work in my record label. I don't know who they are. They work in my record label. While I'm away in my office, inviting people to do things, getting money and working on the side. I don't know what they're doing. You can't charge me for what people do. You can't do that. You can't charge me. You can't charge me for what people do. If people are prostitutes, prostitute is a thing that this been going on for years. Racketeer. How the fuck what kind of crime is that? And when I see these people, what they call it, when they raid his house, I think that was very childish. The way they raid Puff Daddy house, it was very childish the way they do it. That's not professional. This guy was harmless, and that not giving you your reputation, that bring down your reputation as an organization, as a investigator. Yeah, the way they robbed Puff Daddy, raid Puff Daddy place was very childish. Because if there was a threat, they would run away. What about the Capitol? When they raid the Capitol and mash up down democracy, this is what they need to do. That's what they need to do, to concentrate on. This is the worst crime that ever happened in the United States of America. To invade the Capitol. What happened? People get lighter sentence. Nothing happened to the ones that invade the Capitol. I think this is a conspiracy. No, I think it's a conspiracy. Because when you look at what happened to, this is COINTELPRO at its highest level. How could you trust, I think, how could you trust these people? They kill all the brothers, assassinate, they frame Garvey, Fred Hampton, they kill all the Black Panther. That same FBI, the same one that did all that to the black people in America. How could you trust them? Well, even Trump, Donald Trump sacked the FBI. Don't label me a menace. Donald Trump sacked the head of the FBI.